Today's class, we're going to talk about post-pandemic selling. The market has changed since the COVID pandemic. Things have changed. The way of selling has changed. The way buyers buy has changed. And as resellers, we need to change with that. So what has changed? Well, trade show attendance is one. What we've seen is trade show attendance went down, plummeted, almost nothing. We were thinking trade shows may be a thing of the past, but recently the trade shows attendance has started to come back. It's not to where it was pre-pandemic, but it is better than what it has been. For us, we have seen good results at the trade shows we've gone to. You still have people that are masked. You still have people who don't want to shake hands, and all that's fine. As in a business situation, I generally let the person who is approaching me extend a hand if they want to have a handshake. Otherwise, I don't extend my hand to them. I let them extend it to me first, and then I'll graciously accept that handshake. There are people who still do the fist pumps, and I'm good with that. Whatever it is to be cordially greeted, we still do those things at the trade show. But for sure, trade show attendance is climbing back up now. Website visits are also up. What has happened is people are now exchanging the searching that they would have done at trade shows. They are doing it online. Website visits are way up, and that is something that if you're not participating in with a good website that's optimized with good content, you're missing out. That's one of the reasons we at Aldelo have been pushing so hard with our resellers and our referral partners to get them to have a good website. It's because that is essential in the post-pandemic world of selling. We've also noticed that in-person cold calling is down. Not as many people pulling doors and shaking hands as they did pre-pandemic. So the post-pandemic days of cold calling, there's a lot of people now who are comfortable staying at home. Well, we suggest that you get comfortable with getting back out and getting in front of customers. That is the way you're going to get the most success. You're not going to have as much success sitting at home or sitting in an office trying to telemarket, even though telemarketing is up. We were just having a brief conversation about telemarketing and email marketing and those things that are now so dominant in the marketplace. I spend, I don't know, 15, 30 minutes a day going through and unsubscribing to the multitudes of email solicitations that I get. And that's because we have our email addresses on our contact page on our website. And therefore, somebody has farmed that information, and they have now sold or put us on a list and sold it. It happens. I just look at that as part of my daily routine. But telemarketing is up mostly on the email side. But hold that thought. We're going to get into that a little deeper here in a minute. In-person demos are now abbreviated or shortened. They don't really go as long as they used to. And some people in our own reseller network are taking a lot of shortcuts. They don't go in with a terminal. They don't go in with a printer. They barely go in with an iPad or a tablet. You need to have a full system. You need to have something that looks like the terminal that they're going to get. If they're going to get a all-in-one, you need to have the all-in-one. In fact, I think that's what you should lead with, is getting a good all-in-one terminal or an iPad with a good stand to show the customer what they're going to get. Don't take shortcuts with your demos. A shortcut on a demo is only going to mean less of a chance that you're going to get the order. We had reports this week from the field that Some of your competition is going in with full-blown systems showing the terminal and the printer and the remote printer. Don't hold back on that. Do the investment, invest in yourself, and then you will gain results. You will get those results you're looking for. Virtual demos are up. Well, okay. You're really on a virtual class right now. And obviously this is a much better way for us at corporate to communicate to you at the street level, the reseller level. That is what these Zoom meetings are for, these virtual meetings. They're not really as good as having someone in front of that customer. So virtual demos are way up, but I'm not really a big fan of them. And then YouTube views are just through the roof. That's where the research is going on. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet. YouTube is getting a lot of views, and especially with the new concept they're pushing, which is called the shorts. Facebook has it also called Reels. Instagram uses it a lot. So these shorter messages are getting a lot of play. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. So let's take a look a little deeper at trade shows. So after 2 years, yeah, it's coming back. Marketers still think that trade shows are a viable way to obtain leads. Now, these marketers are the ones who are, that is their purpose, is to obtain leads and get the brand out in front of the public. And they feel that trade shows are a very viable way of doing that. In fact, 95% of them believe that trade shows help build relationships. So they're not just about lead acquisition. They're about seeing your existing customers, making your brand aware to your customers or to potential customers, talking to your existing customers about what the new features are and what you can bring to their operation to help them be more productive. So it's not just about leads, it's also about relationships. And then here's a little graph that I pulled offline that shows that what effective marketers, or what marketers feel are effective live shows or trade shows, that was their number one way of building in relationships and obtaining leads. Content marketing was next, and then email marketing. So that is why you're seeing email marketing be such a really highly used method of communication. It's because it's number 3 on their list of most effective. What you're going to look at here also at the bottom. So things like organic search, paid social search, organic searches are all down low on the on the list of things to do to obtain leads. The most important one they feel is going to be trade shows going forward. So this is a look at our trade show booth. This was a recent show we did last fall, and you'll see we have 2 pop-up stands. This is a tabletop demo or a tabletop display. We have a table skirt or a cloth that has our logo on it that fits over the table. Then we put an E700, PAX 920 Pro. We had an iPad with a nice stand, and then we had the Sumni T2 terminal there. So that was all the terminals we had on the table. Then the 2 stands we got, we obtained those from off the internet. We found a company that did those, and they were under $200 a piece. I want to say 150, but for sure they were under $200 a piece. It didn't take long. It was like under a 2-week turnaround. So for $300 or $400, we had a very nice display, as you can see there. This is the full display here. It shows both stands. And then we were kind of busy. Now, where's Jeff in this picture? He's behind the camera. And Jeff, you didn't take my best side, bud. But you see, we were very busy at this trade show. So here's some shows we're going to this year. We're going to the Northeast Acquirers Association in Boston. That is going to be in March. We're going to the Southeast show in Hollywood, Florida in June. We're going to the Midwest show in Chicago. That's in July. And the Western States show again is in Carlsbad, California in November. If you are a reseller in any of these areas, hit us up. If you'd like to meet with us, we'll make special arrangements to meet you at the show or prior to or after the show. But just know this is where we are definitively going to be this year at these 4 shows. Other shows that you should consider going on your own would be the California Restaurant Association, Texas Restaurant Association, the Southeast show in Florida. Generally, it's been in Orlando, and then the New York Hotel Motel Restaurant Show. That's at the Javits Center every year, and then the NRA. And why did I put the NRA as a state show? That's because it's basically turned into a state show. So you need to just realize that. It says national, but it's really just the Chicago and the Midwest area. So these are the 5 shows that if you are looking to go to a trade show and you're in these states, these are the ones that I would suggest you have the best chance and opportunity to actually see somebody and get some leads out of it. So let's talk about website visits. They're up. Prospects look online before they buy. That is now turned into a thing. Amazon has made us this country just go crazy over online shopping. Your prospects are doing the same thing when it comes to point of sale. If you don't have a good website that is optimized for your area with good content, you're missing out because they're making a judgment call on your business based upon your online presence. If you do not have a good online presence, they do not think that you're a viable company. And that's just plain and simple. A lot of the smaller resellers that we have ignore this fact. And that is a tragedy because you should be able to have an online presence that makes you look bigger than you are. And it's simple to do. It's just going to take a weekend of time to get it done. And it's for your sake of your business, you need to do that because that's where your competition is producing leads. It's as simple as that. Your competition is selling product on their website, not that they're taking orders, but the sale is made on their website because of their content and what you don't have. So they're making the sale, you're not. And I can't put it any plainer. You need to have a good website, and it has to be optimized, and it has to be current content, good content. Now, what do I mean by optimized? And that is that you're able to be searched. Can you at least be searched for restaurant POS and then put your city? Can you at least be found by having that search phrase? If not, you're you're behind. And you need to get caught up. Look at your competition, look at their website, see what they are doing, and then do better because you can always do better. We keep pushing you guys on this, and we're going to continue to push on this. You are missing out, just plain and simple. And if you think you're not, you're wrong. And your competition is proving me right. In-person cold calling is down, but telemarketing has replaced it. And I'm using telemarketing and not email marketing. There's a difference. Telemarketing in this definition is placing a call via the phone prior to going out. Semi-qualifying or qualifying the customer via phone before you go out and make the appointment to go out and see and show the product. It has created and expanded this solution to an entire new industry. This is something you can actually hire to get done if you wish. You can hire companies that will do the telemarketing for you. It's just tell them what to say and tell them what they want, what you want them to ask. You can do it themselves, or you can do it yourself. Does it work? Well, let's look at some of the stats that I found online through a real quick search. It didn't take me long to find these. 49% of buyers prefer to be contacted through a cold call. Well, I prefer a phone call to those emails I'm getting. I know that. But 54% of technology buyers prefer being contacted with a cold call. 82% of buyers have accepted meetings from a phone call. Now, that doesn't mean that 82% of the calls you make are going to accept a meeting. It just means in general, buyers have accepted a meeting 82% of the time via a phone call. 82% of decision makers, though, feel that salespeople are unprepared. Well, okay, I get that. So when you get somebody on the phone, how prepared are you going to be to ask the right questions to then take them to the next level, take them to the next step? And whatever that next step may be for you, would it be a survey? Would it be a follow-up phone call? Would it be an in-person demonstration, presentation, solution presentation? Whatever that is, you have to be ready for that next step. Buyers are open to receiving cold calls from salespeople, especially if a salesperson comes with new insights or solutions to their problems. So I would think that you would want to ask a question to find out, are they having a problem with the X? If you know what their current POS system is, then you might want to ask, are you paying too much for your current system or current solution? That would be a good lead in to what you're going to offer. Tuesday is the best day to make a call, and the worst day is Monday. So at Tuesday, you're going to have a better chance or the best chance of the week, and those chances dwindle as the week goes on. Monday, though, is the absolute worst day to make any phone telemarketing calls. And the sad thing is, on the first call, if you don't get through to somebody, 48% of the salespeople don't ever follow up. They're one and done. They make a call, they don't get through, they're one and done. And 48% don't make a follow-up call. And here's why that's bad. 44% don't make another attempt. So if they don't get them on the first try, 48% don't try again. And then if they try again, 44% don't try a third time. They just give up. But 93% of the executives pick up on the third try. So those that are giving up on those additional attempts are the ones who are missing out. 93% of executives will respond on the third attempt. 80% of calls end in a voicemail. Are you ready for that? Do you leave a voicemail? Do you leave a very poor voicemail? You just go, and don't have a response? You need to have a good, not just one, I'm going to say a small library of potential voicemail messages that you're going to leave. Not long dissertations, a few seconds, but something that you're ready to leave, that you have a good message and with a reason for them to call you back. 90% of the first-time voicemails never get a response, but 22% receive responses on the second attempt. And then a third, 33%, do respond on that third attempt. So you have 55% of the people are going to respond if you leave up to 3 messages, not back to back to back, but over a period of a month. If you leave those messages and they're good voicemails, looks like 55% of the people are going to respond to that. So knowing all that, I require our people to attempt or to make a contact with every one of our dealers once a month. And that's why you guys have people calling you. It's because I require that they call you every month with a message that is tailored for you to make you a better salesperson, to increase your profits, to announce a product, whatever that is. And then I require them to have written email or written voicemail scripts, so that they are not doing the does when they call you. They should have a very professional, well written voicemail that they're going to leave for you with some kind of information about why they're calling, not just saying, we're just calling to check up on you. No, we're not going to do that. And if we do, let me know and I'll fix that. So how about some telemarketing help? This is the article that I obtained this information from. Top 60 cold calling statistics for prospecting success in 2022. There's the link. Take a screenshot. This is your money shot right here. Take this so that you can understand where I got these stats from. There are a lot more that will help you. Next screen that you're going to take a screenshot is here. This is a book on doing cold calling, fanatical prospecting. This guy, Jeb Blunt, is an author I like. I have read his books. He's got several that are really, really good on selling. He also has a daily sales email he sends out, and he does podcasts. If you're going to learn how to do various parts of selling, this is a good way to learn how to do it. Get his book. They're not long reads. They're weekend reads, and they will certainly help you. Hope you took your screenshot here. One more. Pick up the phone and sell. How proactive calls to customers and prospects can double your sales. And note in there, he says proactive calls to customers as well as prospects. Get this book as well. These are found on Amazon. This is a really good investment. Highly recommend you do some additional homework learning how to sell and use the phone as a tool. Next up, virtual demos. A lot of people are doing virtual demos now. It's drastically increased. I'm not sure if I like it yet. And here's why I'm a little bit worried. They're harder to pull off. When you start doing a demo in front of somebody, you can have, prior to going into the business, you can have tested that. You can make sure that your terminal is working. You can make sure that your link to the hotspot on your phone is working. You can make sure things are working before you walk in. When you walk in, you're confident that when you fire it up, everything's going to work. Their virtual demos are much harder to pull off because they add levels of difficulty. If you're doing a virtual demo, the first problem is going to be, do you have a good connection on either end? Do you have a good connection on your end? Do you have a good connection for your customer on their end? This is very much of a level of difficulty that if it's on the customer end, it's very, very hard for you to overcome that. So if you're sitting in front of them, you don't have a connection issue. So that's the first level of difficulty. Next is sound and video. It's imperative that you have good sound. If we don't have good sound on this presentation today, you're going to just bail out. You're not going to stick around because it's hard to understand what I'm saying. If you're getting every third word is garbled and every fourth or fifth slide is not looking good, you got pixelation. Sound and video are critical. The number one reason people bail out on a YouTube video, it's not video quality. It's sound. Know that you're going to have these challenges to overcome. But possibly the biggest hurdle, the biggest difficulty is you're unable to read the room. You can't visually look at the body language of your prospect. You don't know if they're getting it. You don't know if they're rolling their eyes at you. You don't know if you're missing the target here if you don't have the ability to see them. And when you're doing a virtual demo, a lot of times you don't have that option. You don't have that ability. If I'm doing a virtual demo for a situation, I want somebody on my team in that room. I want that ability to have somebody there reading the room for me and then feed me, my inside salesperson, and feed back to me, what am I missing? So have an inside salesperson there, if you can, that can then judge the room, read the room for you, and say, hey, can you go over this again? Because they were able to see that was missed. Overall, in person is just better. Do it. Go see them. It'll show that you have the willingness to show up for them. That you have that level of confidence in your own abilities. You have your confidence in your product. Let them touch and feel. Let them see it. Let them get emotionally involved. In person is just better. And while you're doing it in person, do it with the proper hardware. Don't just come in with your personal iPad on your personal stand. Get a stand, make it look professional, give them an idea of what it would look like in their operation. Next up, YouTube is just through the roof. It's way up. You need to get involved in it. It is zero cost to produce most videos. Most videos can be done with an iPhone. Most videos can be done without professional equipment. Even though in our videos, the one you're seeing today, it's zero cost. That's it. I just hit the record button and we're recording it. If I was to do a little more high production, sure, I've got a green screen here. I've got the proper lights here. I can do that. It is more difficult because there is a setup process, but it's not that costly. I don't have $200 in it to do this. So it's not an expensive thing if you were doing your own videos. How about these shorts I've been talking about? Those can be done with an iPhone, and YouTube will teach you how to do it. How valuable would it be if you took your phone, went into one of your existing locations, and showed in video in a short your terminal being used by the operator? It'd be critical. It'd be massively important to you in your marketing to have somebody doing that with your terminal. That's exactly what we're talking about doing. We're not talking about Hollywood productions. We're just talking about getting a good marketing piece that can go out to your potential customers and prospects. Then we have what we call, or what you look up as, explainer videos. They're not expensive. We get these produced. Generally, a 1-minute video is like $50. And you tell them what you want them to say. You literally type it out. When Jeff and I do this, we'll do 5 sections. Each one of the sections is a page. And then they take that and we send that to our creator, and they get it back within a matter of a couple of 3 days. We get to pick the voice. We get to pick the type of person that is going to read the script. And it comes out very well. What you're looking at is something like this, where the little hand comes out and makes the drawing. That's an explainer video. And while the hand is making the drawing, the voice in the background is describing what they're drawing. This is really simple. It's easy, and it's a great marketing tool. Some of our highest viewed videos are explainer videos. I kind of mentioned the shorts and the reels. Shorts are a YouTube term. Reel is a Facebook term. What a short is a portrait, vertical, up and down video that is under 1 minute long. You then post that to YouTube or to Facebook, and they absorb that into their shorts and reels contents, and they just play, and they pop up in certain searches for certain people. If that person has a tendency to look at or has been searching for restaurant point of sale, our reels are going to pop up. Our shorts are going to pop up, and they do. They are nothing to produce. You can do it with a simple iPhone. Then each view in our mind is considered a demo. We make that presentation during that video or short, and we look at those almost daily to look at what is being viewed, what are popular, and then we capitalize. If we find something that's popular, a topic that's popular, we'll continue to make videos on that particular subject, and we will then capitalize on those views. So do you use our videos in your marketing? You are, by contract, allowed to use our videos. You can use our logos. We will provide those to you at no charge. So if you're not using our videos in your marketing, it's another shame on you. They're there for you. Use them. Do you have your own YouTube channel? They're free. There's nothing to it. You need to get over your fear of whatever that is that's keeping you from getting into that market. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet, and you're not involved with it. You need to be. You need to have your own channel with your own little short videos. And do you use your videos on your website? Again, you got to have your own website. It's got to be optimized. Use your own videos on that website to then enhance the site, make it better. So hard questions I'm going to ask. Are you going to change? Are you going to start going to trade shows? Are you going to have a good website? Take the weekend, make a website. They're not hard to do. We have videos on making websites. We show you how to do it. Go back, find that video, and learn how to do it. Spend a weekend. Instead of going out partying or playing or going to the beach, make a website. Improve your company's presence. Are you going to improve your cold calling technique? The 2 books I showed you, they're about a $40 investment for both books. Take the time to read them, put it into practice. Improve your cold calling technique. One of them says you can double your sales. I think you can do more than that. And then, are you going to improve your demo skills? I put demo skills, but are you going to actually show the proper hardware? That's also an investment you need to make in your demos. People buy emotionally. You need to get them involved emotionally. And to do that, get the right equipment, show them what it looks like, show them how it works. And then finally, YouTube. Are you going to take our advice and start making these little short videos? Show the customer using your product. Show the manager taking a report. Show the bartender ringing up sales. Show these things to your prospects. They will appreciate it, and then they'll start seeing that your system will work in their operation. Make these little short videos. They're simple, easy. And so what if you mess them up? You can just delete it, do it again. It's not hard, but you have to take that leap of faith. And here's the closing shot here. Change is the only constant. One's ability to adapt to those changes will determine your success in life. That came from Benjamin Franklin. All right, any questions?